Morehead State head women's coach Greg Todd joins us here at OVC Media Days virtually in 2020. Uh, I'm having to reacquaint myself with these faces, but I'm glad we've been together in the past, so we can have a good visit here this morning. Welcome, Greg.
Thanks so much for having me, Bob. And yeah, it's a little different day today.
Yeah, we're not hanging out in Evansville, but we're gonna have a good time. Folks may actually even get tired of this, but I'm going to be asking everybody kind of their strategies and things that they put in place during these last 8 months. So I just open the floor to you in regards to that. Unlike anything we've ever seen, we can run cliches forever. What has Morehead State been doing in the interim?
I think it's been easy from a standpoint of, our girls went home early and were not happy, I think, being sheltered at home. And so when we got them back, they actually loved to practice. So it's been a fun time, and we've had some good practices. And I think you take each day and you're thankful to be here. And yeah, it is a different time, but I really feel like you feel more blessed and thankful, and you don't take anything for granted. And so from that standpoint, it's been a positive when we've stepped across the lines and practiced, and we've definitely preached to do all the things that they need to do off the court. And so far, knock on wood, we've been fortunate. We've had a lot of practices, and hoping that things work out and we have a very close to full schedule, if not a full schedule.
Unlike Preston, who I asked kind of that, he was commenting on how much he enjoyed being with his younger children. You have grown children, so it's been a little bit different through this pandemic for you, even versus Preston, and you're under the same roof.
Well, we haven't, and it was great early because I have two daughters that have graduated or in graduate programs now, and they were at home, so they got them out of the campus life. They were at home, and I have a son who's in high school, so we had all five of us in the same roof. So it's a little different, but that was good during that period.
So was there enough Wi-Fi at the house? It's important stuff.
No. I think we all had to upgrade. It's good to be a Wi-Fi company during the pandemic. You're right.
I couldn't disagree with you at all. I work for one, so I know exactly what you're talking about when it comes down to that. From a recruiting standpoint, it's been done virtually, lots of different changes from the NCAA. How have you felt you fared through this recruiting process during this pandemic?
It's been different. Fortunately, I think it's gone okay for us. It's going to be tough for high school athletes. I think just where we've not been able to get out as much. We watched a lot of video of games, but it's been tougher, and definitely with things ahead, it is tougher, and you don't know if high school seasons are going to be played as much, and so it is definitely more difficult.
I think we kind of agree, not necessarily generationally that long, but the impact of not being able to recruit or not recruit in the manner you're accustomed to, is really going to have an impact 2, 3, 5 years from now.
Oh, I think so, and then you're also looking at this year with everybody getting another year of eligibility is going to make the rosters more packed. It's going to impact high school players for sure. So it is different, and I think you'll see some teams that can keep a core of players together longer, for sure.
Greg Todd's joining us, 80% plus winning percentage at Morehead State. What do you attribute that to?
Well, I'm not. If you add, I think you didn't add in last year's, Bob. No, I'm just teasing, but
you're there.
Obviously, you got a lot of good players, and have had some incredible staffs, coaching wise, to be here, and it's obviously a big challenge. Ohio Valley Conference is very difficult to have a high winning percentage right now with the level of play that's going on in our league. And I know last year was one of the best ever years for the Ohio Valley Conference. You had 3 top 100 teams, UT Martin 48th, I think, in the country, Belmont 55, and the league itself was rated 20th. So, but yeah, for me, I certainly don't take any credit for any wins. Any win I've ever had, I've had good players and been blessed to have a lot of them. And looking forward, I think we got another good group coming on board.
Talk about that group and what we can expect from them.
Well, we last year was a rebuilding year for us. We graduated 5 seniors on a group that had won 20 games 3 straight years. We knew we would be a little bit down, and we do return 4 of our top 5 scorers, which is a great thing. Gabby Crawford, who is in about every top 100 poll out of high school, played in the SEC at Ole Miss. She was with us last year as a practice player. Gabby will be an all-conference type player, I think, for us. Lauren Carter was one of the top freshmen at Campbell in the Big South. She will make a big impact for us. We got Tyler Moore out of UMBC. Tyler is one of the best shooters that I've coached here. So, you're putting 3 new players into the mix of top 4. Ariel Kirkwood was the Ohio Valley Defensive Player of the Year as a freshman last year and was second team all-league. Tremendous athlete. She will only be a sophomore. So our sophomore class is loaded. We also have Tamaya Alford, who was one of our top scorers. She will be a sophomore this year. And then Jasmine Elston will be a senior. Jasmine was our leading scorer from last year. I think if you'll check her records, Reggie White, who played in the NFL, that's he obviously passed away, but he is in her bloodline. So a very, very good athlete, and Jasmine will do a lot of good things for this team. And then Ellie Jo Johnson will be a junior this year. She came on real strong at the end of last season. So we got a good core of players and a lot more experience this year. And this league could be above the top 20 this year in conference ratings. I think it could see us down in 15 or better. It's just going to be a great league this year.
I'm going to ask the same question of Rick Petrie, and I'm going to ask you this as well. That great commercial, he feels comfortable in his own skin. That strikes me when I talk to you about your experience at Morehead, and the same for Rick at Jacksonville State. But you two just kind of strike me as being extremely comfortable with where you are, and in turn, you're extremely successful.
Well, thanks. I've been fortunate. I'm a small town boy and raised in Berea, Kentucky, and so Morehead, Kentucky is a lot like Berea, and so I'm very comfortable here. And Lexington was good to me, my other 2 stops. So it's just I've been blessed to have a very good family. Good, just been a good career for me, and blessed to have a high school coach that talked me into coaching. I was really going into college and was going to play college basketball and go into business. And Coach Curtis Turley, who's one of the top high school coaches in the history of Kentucky, talked to me pretty long and hard about coaching. So it's sort of how it all happened for me.
And as they say, and the rest is history, right?
Well, I'm not sure about that, but yeah, thanks.
Still being written,
yes.
right?
Been good. I've had a very blessed career and been able to enjoy it. I've never felt like my wife has had a good career as a pharmacist, but she tells me she has to go to work a day. I've never felt like I've had a day of work, and I know she envies that quite a bit.
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
Greg, really appreciate your time. Best of luck to you, and we'll see you along the way, although we'll be covered up. So we'll have to reintroduce ourselves yet again, right?
Same here. It's It's improvement on this face, but thanks. Take care. See
I've
you.
been told the same. Thank you, Greg.